Hi guys, it's been a while since we did any update on my house, my koi pond. So here we go. This is the walkthrough. This is the side of the house. Summer, so we have all of the summer vegetables, grapes, the greenhouse, pergola, and you see a bunch of woods over there. Now that wood will be for my deck. I bought all the materials for the deck. I kind of started a bit, but then I hurt my back when I carry all this wood from the front yard to the backyard, and now I had to wait for my back healed and I put it on the deck. But the deck will be all here, 16 by 16. It will extend out to here too. So it's going to wrap around the koi pond. Eventually it's going to wrap around the koi pond with this deck, and then you will see it just all decked out, and it'll be really nice, really clean looking. And then even over there, there'll be a pathway to walk around the koi pond. So all this are 16 feet long, 8 feet wide, pressure treated, so that's why it was really heavy for one person to carry them. I did most of it from the front yard. I got it shipped to ship it to my house, and then I had to carry everything from the front to the back. So that's why I hurt my back, and it sucks getting old. Before, if I hurt my back, it'd take a week or two to recover, but now though it's been almost 2 months already, but still not fully there yet. So I'm waiting for my back to heal, and then I will start on the deck. So with that aside, we'll check to the koi pond here. Here's my koi. Let's try to feed them. During the summer, they eat a lot. I try to feed them a whole cup a day. And then I also have a feeder right there. I feed them about 4 to 6 times a day. So they eat a lot, which is good. You want them to grow when the water is hot, and then you slow down the feeding when the water is cold. Right now though, it's really hot. It's constantly around 95 to 100 degrees every single day. So this is how I fill up the koi pond. I use just a tap water, but I use this filtration here. I took out most of the stuff from the tap water to be safer for the koi. So let's put that aside. And then let's give you this here, facing the house. So I bought a bunch of tropical fruit trees, and then I raised them in a 5-gallon bucket. The way I do my 5-gallon bucket is really simple. This bucket is a SAM for $3 with the lid and in the bucket, so it's pretty cheap. I drill a hole right here, so it's about 5 inch or so, 4 inch or so. And then down here, this layer down here is all wood chip, pine bark, and then I have a small towel that I put it in the middle of the container, and then so when I water the water here, the excess water would flow down and it stay around right here. And then the towel will wick up the water from the bottom, and then it will slowly feed the plants, and that's how I do them. So I don't have to water the plant every single day. I can do it every few days or so, and they are happy. And so I just bought this about a week ago, and I transplanted them all into this container here. The main reason I do this container because it's easier in the winter to bring them into the greenhouse. I can put them next to each other, it don't take a lot of space, and then they grow really well. So that's the way I plant them. All this on the flowers. Let's go back to the koi. And then we walk to the greenhouse, right? Here's the greenhouse in the summer. Here is my guava. We actually have some guava right there. I have all kind of guava. I have the white flesh, the red one. I have my wife really liked the red one, the red flesh, which is she liked it because it's a little softer. I like the white one because it's a little crunch. I like that crunch. But here are the red ones. You can see there's some right there. So here are the white one. Here's my papaya plants that I grow just for fun. I buy a papaya, I eat them, and then I just throw the seed down and it grow. More guava. More guava. If you look back at the old recording though, all of this guava tree were really big. Last winter it got down to become, last winter it was really cold, and my heater, one of my heater was broken, so it didn't heat the greenhouse really well. And for one night, you only need one night for it to go bad, and one night it got below freezing, and most of my tropical fruit trees, they start to die and wilt. So now if you see at the bottom, thank God the roots didn't die, so I cut off all the dead part, and then the small branch starts to come out. So I'm starting all over again pretty much, because this guava plant used to be really big, the tree, you know, so I'm going to start over. You don't see it though. You say, man, it's still so green and stuff like that, but I'm actually, most of my plant die, and then thank God the roots still alive, and then they grow everything again. So that's why. Here is my kumquat. Here is my soursop plants I grew from seed. My avocado I grew from seed. Here is my aquaponics system. It's doing well, doing too well actually, because it's growing like wildfire. Here's my cane kong. I grow them in the container here, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So this is the roots, and down here is the water, and the flow is from here. It'll flow into the tank, and then all the tank will flow back into the sump tank, which is right here. You can see the pump right here spinning up, and it'll flow back into the tank here. And all this tank though are connected to the main sump tank right here. If you look at all the coins right now, they are this baby koi. I bought them a few months ago. A few months ago when I bought them though, they were like tiny, size of your pinky or even less. And here they are, bigger, more active, swimming around, growing every day. So each summer, spring actually, I buy more koi to replenish the koi that I either sell or give away. So down here are all the koi that I either will sell or give away. These are the koi that I don't like. The color, either the color I don't like, the shape I don't like, but this is the one that I tend to give away or sell. I sell them pretty cheap actually. So each of this, if you look at it, there are about 6 to 12 inch, and I sell them for $20, $25 just so I can recuperate the feeding costs. But pretty much it. And I sell them to friends to sell that. So and here are the small one that I will pick out, you know, the nice one for myself, and then the one I pick out that's nice, I will put them into my main koi pond right there, and then I will sell this or give away, and then next year I do the process all over again. I buy more, and that's it. So I used to have a ton of the mid-size ones, 6 to 12 inch, but I sold some and I gave some, so this is all I have left that can be sold or given away. Here's the filtration system for it. So all of this tank here, and if you see down there, there's also 2 sump tanks to connect to this tank, this main sump tank here, and they all will flow and then flow back. And then from here, my koi pond also connected to this sump too. So if you see, that's my koi pond, right? It will pump the water to the filtration system up there, and then from there, one of the pipe will run into the 2 pipe here, and then that'll lead out to this main tank, and then from this main tank here, it will flow back into the koi pond. So the koi pond and my system, my aquaponics system inside the greenhouse, I'm looking at about 5,000 gallons of water. So that's why you look at the fish, I'm like, man, there's a lot of fish, but there's actually a lot of volume of water that's running through the 2 systems connected. Alright, so that is my aquaponics system. This is my greenhouse for the summer. So just give you guys a little update. These are the fish waste water. So from this tank here, it will collect all the fish waste, and when I water my plants in the greenhouse, I just release the valve, and that will dump all the fish waste into here. Then I have a pump in there, and then I have a hose. I use that hose to water all of my beds, my plants inside the greenhouse. That's how I recycled my water. 2 for 1 deal, because of all the fish waste, feed the plant, and then remove the fish waste out. So let's go to the koi pond. Look at the back of the filtration system here. So this is the main filtration system for the koi pond. All of this tank here are filled with caps. All filled with caps. So all of this here. And the water that feeds this filtration system is from the bottom of the koi pond. There's a pump that is in the middle of the koi pond at the deepest part, and the pump is right there, and that will pump up to my sieve filter. From my sieve filter, it will drain back into all of this tank here. And all of this container will have all the lids, and what it does is the lids will create a binding surface for your bacteria to grow, and those bacteria will break down all the fish waste and the chemical. They convert the nitrite to the nitrate to the nitrite, something like that. I forgot the steps, but it makes this water safer for the fish, and then your plants that you grow will actually suck up all that waste too. And so whenever the water that returned back into the koi pond is cleaner than it was coming out, and that is a constant 24/7. And here are my barrels that I have full with lids and caps, and that's the same concept too. This one though are from the 2 skimmers from the pond, and then it'll run into one tank. One pump will pump to there, split to 2, and then it all will eventually lead back into the koi pond. But it has to go through all of this cap stuff. All the caps will capture all the fish waste, and then I will drain them once a month or so, and then that will clean out all the fish waste. And it's pretty easy to clean your pond. No hard work at all. Just have to do it once a month, and that will lead up back to the koi pond. So that is the walkthrough for the summer for now. Hopefully my back will heal soon, and then I will start on my deck. and the deck will wrap around the koi pond, and it will be looking really nice and clean. And then once my deck project is complete, and we move on to the next project, which is taking this greenhouse off grid. So there'll be more things to come, but I have to do one step at a time. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to help for any concern. And then I do have a lot of people say that I have a lot of fish in my koi pond, but my filtration systems are a beast, so it's really big. So that's why I can have a lot of fish in my pond. And my koi pond is mainly an aquaponics system, so the two systems have to be robust to do what you do. So that's why I have a lot of koi here. But they are very healthy and happy. I don't have to use any chemical to treat them because they are the water as clean as you can get, so they don't get sick. You don't have to treat them with anything at all. I don't have those test kits, where you test for pH and nitrate and stuff like that, because I don't need it, because the aquaponics system will do all the work for me, and it's vice versa. I have to keep a lot of fish for the fish waste, and I have to grow a lot of plants to clean out the fish waste. So that's all it is. So that's it, guys. You guys have a good day. I'll see you guys the next time. Bye.